Hey friends, welcome back to the Guitar Max channel. This video is just a quick update for everybody out there regarding this channel and the Los Angeles fires that are going on right now. You've probably seen the news. LA has been burning to the ground for the past week, and it all started with some really extreme wind that we had here. Anyway, I'm based in Los Angeles. I live in the San Fernando Valley, the valley, right? And I just want to say to everybody that who's curious, I am totally fine. I'm here, and my wife and our little girl and everything, we're all okay. Now, I live in an area that actually wasn't right in the fires, but it was very close to the Palisades fire, or as the Palisades fire kept burning, it got closer and closer to us. And we were watching for like evacuation warnings and that kind of stuff. And fortunately, I didn't have to evacuate, didn't have to go anywhere. I was, we were ready to go. Like, I packed some things and made a list of all the important things I was going to bring, but it never came to that, luckily for me. Interesting thing, you're probably asking, Max, which guitar or guitars were you going to take with you? Well, after packing all the really important stuff, I didn't have room for any more guitars, and I was going to leave all of the guitars. I don't know, maybe at the last minute I would have grabbed one or something and just thrown it in the back of the car, but yeah, I ended up actually not packing any of my guitars. I was going to take my hard drives and computer gear and the files, like audio files of stuff I've been recording, things like that. But the equipment itself, I was really not going to take. Anyway, plus I wanted to leave something for the looters, right? Because that was another problem that's been going on here with all these fires is, something would catch fire, a neighborhood would have to be evacuated, everybody would leave, and then a bunch of people would come in and rob the houses because they knew they were empty and nobody was around to stop them. So you can add that to the list of the many joys of living in Los Angeles. Now, there's a few problems still going on right now, but I think the worst of it is over with, and the worst stuff that I had to deal with was some power outages and like the internet going in and out, things like that. And then there was a tree that blocked the road in front of my place here during that first day where we had the really extreme winds. Now, I live in the same area as some other people that you might be familiar with, like Steve Vai actually lives pretty close. He put out a message. He's kind of in the same situation as me where, it was close, but he's okay, and nothing really, he didn't have to evacuate or anything like that. Also, Norm's Rare Guitars is just down the street from me. Same thing with them. Tim Pierce is also close by, another YouTube guy. Anyway, one thing I wanted to tell you about, and I made a community post about this a few days ago, but the AIO Guitars shop, which is in La Cañada, Flint Ridge, that was really, really close to the Eaton fire, which was over by like Altadena, Pasadena, places like that. And Jin from AIO did have to kind of evacuate. He did have to leave. I believe his shop is okay, but obviously it was very disruptive to his business. And so if there's anybody out there who is in the process of buying one of those guitars, cut him some slack on replying to emails and all that stuff, because this is, it's still taking a lot of time to get everything settled down now. Now, the fires themselves were absolutely terrible, but I think, in my opinion, a little bit like all the COVID stuff that happened, the reaction to the fires is almost worse than the fires themselves, because I told you about earlier all the looting problems. And then when people were evacuating, there'd be these evacuation warnings that would go out to big areas. Everybody would freak out and then run to the stores to buy supplies and go to the gas stations to fill up their gas tanks. And like, people were getting in fights at gas stations over who was in line first and things like that. Definitely not people at their best. Before this, I was really excited for 2025. I felt like we had a great momentum going into the new year. 2025, it's a cool sounding year. Looking forward to NAMM, all these great things coming up. And now this is kind of the first big event of the year. Anyway, guys, I'll be getting back to my normal videos very soon, but I just wanted to put this out there because I know most people realize that I'm in Los Angeles here, and there were a lot of people wishing me well and asking me how I'm doing, that kind of stuff. So thank you all for those supportive messages. I really appreciate it. Okay, guys. Normally I would say if you like this video, but this is not a video that we want to like here. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. See you then.